Hello everybody, it's Lavetta from SheBusy Productions, and I am here with the EBMS, or Entertainment Business Master of Science degree update number 3. It's my last update went up October 19th, so I think I have covered pretty much every class up until the 3 that I'm going to review right now. I'm currently in a class for digital marketing, so I will not go into that one, but I will do the one for October, which was product and artist management, the one of November, which was advanced entertainment law, and the one that we just wrapped up in December, which was entertainment media publishing and distribution. Those 3 classes gave me a run for my money, but I pulled out. I fared quite well in them all. If you see me looking down, once again, it's because I have the actual assignments here on the iPad, but I have grades on a tablet, so we're just going to kind of go from there. First of all, a lot has been going on in my life. If you hear my voice, I think it's a little bit scratchy because it's relatively early, and the weather is kind of atrocious. Not sick though. I never claim sickness, so I am not sick. It's just that I haven't fully awakened. So let's start with product and artist management online. I learned a lot from this class. It had a lot to do with I'm sorry if you hear sounds. I'm watching Oh Brother, Where Art Thou in the other room. But this class had a lot to do with how you handle your artists or the product that you are presenting to the public. There were 4 discussion boards, as you know, per usual. There was a SWOT analysis. I talked about that in a previous video, which was the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis. If you are not familiar with SWOT, SWOT, I suggest that you take a really good look at it because it's very, very beneficial and helpful to your company. You had an endorsements deal assignment, which I found that to be pretty helpful. Then we had to pose a pitch, we had a mastery journal, and I believe those were our 4 big assignments. But there was also a TED Talk review where you had to find a TED Talk that really spoke to you and then review it and give key points about what you liked about that particular thing. I believe I wrote about it, and it might be on my blog that I have for school, SheBusy entertainment.blogspot.com. I'll put a link in the description where you can read that particular article that I wrote, or read anything else that I've written for class. The assignments that you see on that blogspot are strictly for class, and you'll be able to get a feel of what we're writing about and what we're doing with those. I'll also link the Tumblr account that we have for school. I'll link that one down too, so you can get a feel of the assignments that we're doing. This class I finished with an A+. It was, like I said, it was relatively easy because this is the kind of thing that I like to do. I like to learn about those types of, kind of managing things, how to really get the most out of what you are doing. I really enjoy that. Advanced entertainment law was a little bit scary for me going in, just because I thought that it was going to overtake me, but it did not, and I'm very, very thankful for that. All right, sorry, I had to take care of a dying battery, but yeah, like I said, I was a little intimidated by advanced entertainment law, but it did not overwhelm me. I actually found it to be one of the most informative classes that I've had, and it really helped me to understand where I'm going with this degree and where to not go with this degree. It really got into a lot of what you can and cannot do, what is fair use, exactly how much of a copywritten material you could use in a spoof. Everything is pretty much relative, and everybody can almost use anything. If they're spoofing it or if it's a satire, you can pretty much take the whole entire script from, let's say, The Color Purple, and if you spoof it and you put like a hilarious spin on it, you could almost get away with it without even, you know, anybody saying, hey, that was wrong, you shouldn't have done that, that was copywritten material. If you take something and completely make it, like if it was a drama and you completely make it funny and use names that are similar or situations that are similar, you can pretty much get away with it, but at a cost. Yes, you can do it. Some people will fight you tooth and nail to protect their copywritten material. If you want to write something that is funny, like for instance, what's the name of that movie? The Wayans brothers do a series of movies, and I'm not sure what they're called, but they spoof all the scary things. Scary movie. Yeah, they spoof all of the scary movies because they take bits and pieces of everybody's stuff and they completely spin them and make them funny. They are free from copyright infringement. But if you were to take a scene and do it exactly the way, even if it was half a scene, and do it exactly the same way with exactly the same words, same characters, same names as another movie, that's copyright infringement, and the law will come for you. With entertainment, advanced entertainment law, we had an industry expert review where you had to like find someone and do like a review. We had an industry liabilities blog. You'll probably see that if you go to the blog. We had an IP audit, which is intellectual property audit. For that assignment, we took all of our intellectual property that we're going to be having for our business that we are now developing, and you had to really lay it out and see exactly what you were going to have to copyright, what you were going to have to protect your brand as a whole. We had a masteries journal, and we had a registrations form assignment. It was a lot of forms that you had to fill out, but these are the same forms that you're going to have to do when you launch your business anyway. So it was kind of like, hey, this is what you're going to be doing. Let me show you how to do this the right way now, instead of fumbling for it on your own. I'm not saying that successful businesses have not been launched without an entertainment business master's degree, because they have. They absolutely have. But this degree program is pretty much like hand-holding me all the way up until the point where I need to be let go and launched off out into the deep to run my own business. We had a research paper outline. For the outline, I think I underestimated exactly what all that was going to entail, and I kind of undershot on time. And everybody who watches the videos know that I have a serious procrastination demon, and I've tried not to wait till the last minute. Well, here in the final stretch, I'm no longer waiting until the last minute. I get things done as early as possible. But I think with the research paper outline, I was unclear because I didn't attend the go-to-meeting session, and I probably only watched like half of it in the archives, and that was the wrong thing to do. Should have watched the whole thing, because a lot of times in the archives, they show you step by step how to do the project, and I skipped it on that one, and that was detrimental. We had 4 discussion boards and a week 4 research paper. Like I said before, in this master's degree program, the research papers are outrageous, and there are a lot of them, sometimes 2 per class, and they're hefty, like anywhere between 3 to 5 typed pages minimum, and that's not including your cover and your references page. 3 to 5 minimum, and up to, I think the longest one I did was probably about 12 pages. So you really, really, really want to give yourself some time. I'm wordy, and I can do a lot of things, you know, to really get to a meat of a paper. But when you have to do a lot of research, it's imperative that you start early. If only I could do it myself. But we had several really good assignments in this class, and it really did help you understand what you can and can't do legally, and what you need to do to protect yourself, going forward. If somebody helps you design a product, they legally have some claim to it. If somebody, okay, in my current business, other than SheBusy Productions, and you'll see it if you go and you visit the blog, I have, we're working on developing another separate media type of entertainment business. And with that, I'm going to need several different inputs from like artists and illustrators and things like that. I use a website called Fiverr because I like to use, not necessarily amateur, but I like to use underground and give a leg up to independent artists. So I need illustrators for certain things. And commissioning an illustrator, I am setting them to work for me. With that, I have to make sure that the work they give me, I obtain the copyright to. Because if they hold the copyright and I take the image and I put it on t-shirts and books and, you know, comic books or whatever like that, then they have claim in that character and they can then sue me even though I paid them to do the work. That's what you need to understand with the way laws and copyright are set up. If I don't purchase the copyright from them when I obtain the work or when I commission them, then they hold the copyright and I can't use it without their say-so or without giving them a cut of whatever product or merchandise that the image is on. And because of that, we set out to have a, when we set out for a job, we're commissioning a job now on Fiverr. When I said to everyone on there who was, I'll pull it up for you if I can find it. What I said to everyone on there in the job was, we're commissioning for this work and it must be, you know, of this type of caliber. I sent everyone a sample so that they could see what I wanted. Not particularly that same character, but give me your interpretation of that. And I also said that we would need to, the company would need to obtain the copyright for the image, meaning do the work for me, and that is all you are getting is this money that you are paying, that I am paying you right now for this work. Do not come to me later on saying, hey, blah, 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 because I want the copyrights for it. I said that we were looking for it in a vector, you know, that we were taking bids, because it is a pretty substantial job. And whoever that we whoever we decide will do this illustration work for us, we're going to only use them specifically for the duration of the company. So it's a pretty big job for someone, and we were accepting bids for it. I gave everyone a sample. Send me back your example of what you can do. Let me see what your art would look like if you had to do this type of situation. And I did say that, you know, we would need to obtain the copyright for this, and it would be a long-term business relationship because we would need additional items in the future. So I got a lot. I think I had like 83 people apply for that job. Some of them with phenomenal handiwork, and some of them it was a little more it was just a different style than what we were looking for. But we pretty much set out, notified who got the job, and we'll be working with them in the future, and you can expect to see that stuff later on. But yeah, advanced entertainment law taught me a lot about protecting myself. I personally do not do works that are not my own. If I am filming a short, it is something I have written or my staff has written. And that is their copyright to hold. When you write something for me to shoot, that is your copyright to hold. I'm merely the director, producer, whatever you've hired me for on that. But I do not do, let me see. I just happened to look over and saw the book, Man in the Moon Marigolds, you know, the effects of gamma rays on the Man in the Moon Marigolds. I don't do plays like that were somebody else's, or a member of the wedding. I don't do that kind of thing. Because I am an independent filmmaker, meaning I do indie films. If I was to be hired to do a work for another company that was not SheBusy Productions, then that would be on them to obtain copyrights to it, and, you know, permissions and all that kind of thing. But as for me, I want to tend to keep it legal, so I do all of my own things, or things that I've been commissioned to do for others. So yeah, that was Advanced Entertainment Law. I finished that also with an A+, and that class was extremely informative. Now, here comes Entertainment, Media, Publishing, and Distribution. And let me tell you about me. I don't know what happened. I think it was the holidays or something. And I want to say this class we finished it right before Christmas, and it started right around Thanksgiving, which was kind of bad for me because I had a lot going on, and I just kind of did not put all the extreme effort that I could have put into this job. Let me see when that actually started. Well, not into the job, into this class. This one started, 11/24. So that was right before Thanksgiving. Then we had that break in there, and I don't do good with breaks, period. Give it to me, let me plow right through it. Don't give me time off, because it doesn't work well for me. So we were kind of rushing in that a little bit, and it was a bit much for me. We had 4 discussion boards as usual. We had this is the class that taught us how to do like our pitch letters, and even though we had already done a pitch in previous class, this taught you how to do your pitch or query letter, where you would send it out cold to someone and say, hey, this is what I've got, are you interested? Kind of like, you know, your bait. That was a good thing. We had a blog assignment, a mastery journal, and a collaboration Google document assignment, where everybody who was in that particular genre, because it was film, animation, music, all this stuff, you had to pick which one you were in and go in there, and you would link up with a bunch of people in the group and post helpful information back and forth to each other. That was really cool. I did like doing that because I learned a lot of things that other people knew that I did not know. And at the end of that assignment, you took all of your things that you had said, you posted them in a document, sent them to the teacher, and she decided whether you had posted enough or sufficient contributions to the class, to the group, that would be helpful to the other members. So we did a query and pitch letter. We did a business strategy. That was interesting, and it looks like, it doesn't look like we had, no, we didn't, and here's where I messed up in this one too. We only had, we had project 1, which was, the query or pitch letter. Then we had project 2, but project 2 was only setting up for project 3. So I was like kind of discombobulated when it came to figuring out what we were doing there. And those were kind of hard because it was a lot of gather all this stuff, give it all back to me, find out what you're going to do, who you're going to use as a distributor, where are you going to gather all of your things from, how are you going to obtain this stuff, and who do you need to pay to do it. And a lot of the things that I have set out, I don't need somebody else to do it. So what I did was I went to the flip side and said, well, I'm using this service, and this is what their privacy laws say that I cannot do with their things. And I had to give it to them that way. And I don't think she really liked that. Well, it wasn't that she didn't like it. When I submitted it, for some reason it wouldn't go, and I don't know if it was because I zipped the file, but I always zip my files before I send them, and the assignment wouldn't go to her. So then the next day she sent me an email like, hey, I didn't get it, and I'm like, dude, I totally sent it. And she's like, yeah, but I didn't get it. And I was like, oh snap. So I had to I was at work when I got that email. I had to wait until I got home and try and resend it. So I sent it to her personal email and the school email from my personal and my school email, trying to just get it over there. It failed twice, and then on the third time it went, and I was notifying her the whole time like, hey, I'm having a hard time sending this to you, I don't know really what's going on. But because it was late, wasn't my fault, but it was late, because it was late with her being able to see it. I got docked for points on that and ended up with an 87. I promise you, I almost threw up and died, but what are you gonna do? And for that class, completely because of that, and the blog assignment, I think the blog, yes, what happened with the blog assignment was some kind of way I had 2 documents labeled the same thing, and when I uploaded them, I just uploaded them with the bed. The next day, I checked, she was like, yeah, your document was blank, and I was like, what? So when I got home, I looked at it, and sure enough, I uploaded the first one of it that had no words in it. And so I had to resend the second one. So that one was late too. So that one was an 80. And it was at that point that Lavetta knew she had messed up. So I finished the class with an A, and I know I could have tried harder. I could have double checked a little bit better. From now on, I think what I'm going to do to avoid late penalties and things is do my assignments, stick them on a little zip drive or something, and carry them with me to work the next day, because I always find out while I'm at work that, hey, you need something by noon, but I don't get off until like 5:30. So I think I'm going to start carrying it with me on a zip drive until I know that it has successfully been reached. But I'm not going to have this problem anymore, because now I'm turning in things early. So that was what happened in entertainment, media, publishing, and distribution. I was quite heartbroken by that, but I know deep down that I could have tried a little bit better, and I could have, worked it out a little bit more. I could have tried harder, and that's the sad thing, is that I could have tried harder, or I could have really, really pushed myself to do better. Right now, I'm going to go over to SheBusy Entertainment. Okay, .blogspot.com, which is so entirely long, but I didn't want to do SheBusy Productions because this is more about the entertainment stuff. Yeah, so I have on there the latest thing that I've just done for this class that I'm in now, the DMK. Why there's a K on there, I don't know, but it's digital marketing. I've got that post on there now. Moving forward, yeah, things from all of my classes are on here. There's an interview with D. Lamar, also known as Dennis D. Lamar Martin from Atlanta. He's a wonderful super producer, so all that stuff is on here. And if you want to, you can just check it out. I've got a lot of things on here. Website reviews. I think this might have been, yes, this is a review that I did for a few classes back. But yeah, you definitely want to look at that, and you can get a feel of the kind of things they have us writing. That's on there, and then I will link the Tumblr below. I have had several people contact me with questions concerning the marketing degree from Facebook. So I'm going to jump on here and see if I can tell you exactly what I told them in a little bit of an impromptu Q&A. I know a lot of people were asking, is it expensive? Yes, it is. But pretty much all school is expensive. There's nothing you could, what? They don't want to give it to me. So that wait, let me see. Facebook and all these new apps, like, why do I have to have different apps for different things? Just let me read my messages where they are. Okay, yeah, that was somebody's channel that I probably should never have read. Let's see what he's doing. And if you ever send me a message saying that you're going to apply to Full Sail, I always do like a little I try and do like a checkup on everybody just to see how everybody's doing and are you okay, do you need any help. So yeah, somebody texted me and wanted to know, not text, somebody inboxed me and wanted to know if when the launch box comes. And I guess I've just found out that I just found out that they do not send, as with me in the original case, when I first started my bachelor's, they sent my launch box that week. It was supposed to be here before I started school so I could get familiar with it, but because I enrolled and then they put me into a previous class, not the one, because I was going to start in June, and I think they squeezed me into the May class. Because they did that, my launch box came late. So I'm just now finding out from everybody that the laptop does not come immediately like it like they used to do in the beginning, which I probably think is a good thing, because I know for a fact that there were probably people signing up, getting the lunchbox, and then like disappearing from Earth. And I thought that because when I was in my classes the first time around, there would be people who you would never see post to an assignment. And like we all have our individual little profile picture things, and they didn't have a picture up, and they never, ever, ever posted to an assignment. And I was just like, what are you doing? And then after about the second or third month, I was like, you totally got a laptop and ran. Whatever, people. But yeah, a lot of people. Hi, Isaiah Fowler. I'm looking at his message now. He was asking about when his launchbox is coming, and I was like, you don't already have it? And that's when I found out that no, they send things late now. Let me see. Sure is. Let me see what this one is. This is Marsha Bradley. Hello. Yeah, I've been in contact with a lot of these people for a very long time. So it's like we have a lot of history in our messages and stuff. But yeah, she was asking about my tech package for digital cinematography in the very beginning, and what did I ever get. And so I sent her the video saying, hey, this is what I was getting. Oh, Marsha graduates in July of this year. Yay! Last couple of months are stressful. They are. And you know what? I found out that you have in your mind one thing of that, what you think it's going to be. And in the beginning, it is that. And then the next thing you know, it switches over and it becomes a little harder. And that's how it is with anything in life. It's a progression of things. But, oh my goodness, it can be a lot. It can really, really be a lot. Let me see. Who is this one? This person contacted me in December. Oh yeah, from Daryl Carter. Hey, quick question. How is the master's program for entertainment business? Is it teaching more of talent management role, or is it just an overall look at the business side as far as legal? And I think from these updates, you can kind of see that it's all encompassing. I've learned about talent management. I learned about product management, because they really did make me come up with like a product. And I was going to have products anyway, but they made me really think about, okay, this is your product, market it. What are you going to do? And I was like, oh yeah, I had never really thought about that. Or if I was thinking of the business as a whole, how would I market it? Who is my target audience? What's their demographics? What are they looking at? What do they want? How can you give that to them? So the EBMS is really, really, really all encompassing. If you want to know about managing artists, it's in here. If you want to know about managing products, it's in here. Matter of fact, it was that class, Product and Artist Management. But everything else sets you up for that. That class, I believe, that class, Product and Artist Management, was the one where I learned how to lay out endorsement deals so that none of them overlapped and you'd be able to maximize all of your dollars. That right there is key in artist management, getting people to endorse them but not stepping on other people's toes. So yeah, that was really, really, really helpful. And I sent him back a pretty good long list of things, and I told him that, you know, he's actually working, and I find that to be awesome that he's working while he's trying to, you know, get into everything. It's always good that you maintain who you are, but can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. I know now I'm working on three shows, three concrete shows, and I'm sorry, no word. I'm working on 3 concrete shows and several other digital products, and that can be extremely overwhelming when you have schoolwork. And I work about anywhere between 50 and 55 hours a week. It's a lot. So what you have to do, and I've said it a million times over, is really, really work on your time management. My weekend mornings are strictly for working on schoolwork. or finishing up an editing job or something that I may have had to do. Always have to work on that. Always, always, always. I just realized that this side of my face is a little too bright with the light right there, but we're going to have to deal with that. But yes, always work on your time management. Always work on setting things up. And sometimes, yes, on the climb, you will lose sleep. You will lose sleep. And then when you try and not sleep too long, you will accidentally oversleep. So make sure that if you're like me and you have to be at work really early in the morning, and then you have to shovel like 2 feet of snow when you're doing it, get up earlier. Lay out your clothes and pack your lunch the night before, because trust me, I woke up one day, I think 10 minutes before I had to be at the job. Thank God there was no snow to shovel that day. But because I lay everything out and do everything the night before, I was able to get there 5 minutes late, which was, and in my head I kept hearing hustling. Like, yeah, it was a really big hustle, but you have to do what you got to do in order to make your whole life flow. I try not to let my work interrupt SheBusy production business, and I don't let SheBusy Productions upset my day job. I do have some periods of downtime on my day job when I will do homework. It's probably not even a full hour, but I do have a little bit of time when I can at least look over it, see what I'm doing, and try and say, okay, so when I get home I need to do this and this. I tried to do homework at work, and sometimes it's like my head works in compartments. And if I'm at work, that's all I can think about is like what I'm doing at work. And then when I come home, for like the first minute, I'm preparing for the next day. And then I can sit down, okay, this needs to be done. So I can't really accomplish a lot, but I can do a little bit of pre-writing and things like that when I'm at work. But when you can, look at your stuff when it's, I was going to say unleashed. When they make your assignments available on a Monday, look at them then. See what you need to be doing, budget yourself accordingly. In this class that I'm in right now, the teacher told us on Monday, hey, you have to install Google Analytics. It can take up to 72 hours. Don't try doing it on Saturday because it's done on Sunday, because then it won't work. Do it now, get an early start, because it's going to take this long. I'm thankful she gave that heads up, because normally I would have probably waited till Wednesday and then I would have been able to do it. But because I've made this resolution with myself to cut it out on the procrastination, I got the assignment done and submitted on Friday night, and it's not due until tonight, Sunday. So I was able to get everything, pretty much done and taken care of ahead of time, and that was a blessing to me, because that doesn't always happen. But yeah, learn how to budget your time, budget yourself, budget your mind. Some of the digital works that I have are iPad compatible. I take my iPad almost everywhere I go, and I can get things done on there, with a little stylus and blah, blah, knock that out really quickly. But sometimes I can't, so I keep a notebook with me. I'm a paper and pencil kind of person, because if I'm walking around with paper and pencil, I can jot things down and nobody's like all of my business, like, girl, what you doing? Minding my business. But if you have paper and pencil with you, always jot down things, make a list of things. That way you'll know when you have to come back to them. I have so much going on that I have to have lists, or I'm going to forget something. So it's been working out pretty good for me. But yeah, for those of you who want to know about the Entertainment Business Master's degree, it's an awesome degree, but keep in mind it's going to teach you everything. It would really, really be beneficial for somebody who is in music production, although I don't know if they have a music production degree for masters. I know they do for a bachelor's. I'm not sure about masters, but I can tell you this. If you are going for if you're going for for a music production degree for a bachelor's, entertainment business would be an awesome choice for you to pick for your master's. Awesome. Those two go pretty much hand in hand. Anything in the entertainment industry, especially music production, would be awesome with the EBMS. I took this one because I wanted to know more about the entertainment business. But if you're in music production, this is almost a must. let me see, online education programs. I want to see which ones they have, because I'm not sure if there's a music master's degree. Let's see, master's, business, mobile, digital media. No, there is not. There is an entertainment, business, sports, but there is nothing specifically set for music. Entertainment business will be the best one for you. They have business intelligence, innovation and entrepreneurship, internet marketing, media design, mobile gaming, new media journalism, and public relations. I was stuck on those two. I wanted to do new media journalism and public relations, but I didn't. And I'm still at a tug now, thinking maybe I should go for a second master's, but I don't know. That's to be determined. But if you're in music production, you definitely want to go and get an entertainment business master's degree. It's pricey, but it's going to teach you how to maximize your money later. Because I'm telling you, I already have ways of paying back these good old student loans already, because of the things that I've learned and the things that I'm already putting in place. Definitely want to look into that. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm being wordy. Yeah, and they have certificate programs in instructional design and technology and internet marketing. So yeah, who knows, might go and grab one of those just because. But seriously, you really, really want to be able to, I didn't know they had associate's degrees. They have an associate's in audio production. That would be a good first step for somebody who wasn't sure about the music business. Audio would get you into music and into film. But yeah, most definitely, if you're in a music, you want to go in entertainment business, master's degree. If you're in the music business, you want to take and go over to the EBMS. They have entertainment business as a bachelor's. You definitely want to go into the master's. You don't necessarily need it for media communications because they have the other media degrees for bachelor's. But you definitely, if you're in the music or in the entertainment field, period, you definitely want to go for the entertainment business masters, because I promise you, you will learn so much more to put on top of what you already know that it's almost sickening. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you want to check out my sites, I will link them down below too, so you can see what I've been writing for school, and also get an inside preview of what I have coming forward. You can get all of that down there. And let me see what else. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you all Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is my first video for the new year. I'm going to try and not make it my last one for this month. I'm going to try and squeak out another one. As always, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up. If you have a comment or question, leave them down below. I try to always get to my comments and questions, especially now that I've got like the little notifier thing. So I try and always get to those. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.